On December 4th, the United States issued a statement about its long-term strategy, December 4th of last year, 2025, which reasserted the Monroe Doctrine, as if the United States could do today what it did in the 19th and 20th century. And there's the parallel with Israel. What was doable for the last 200 years isn't doable anymore. The whole world is watching. And the whole world is completely majoritarian against colonialism.
I want the cleanest water on earth. I want the cleanest air on earth.
We will see desertification, drought, crop failure, and mass movements of humanity on a scale not seen before.
If China and the United States do not work together on climate, everything else can wait. Every other conflict, every other dispute.
Hello and welcome to Infinite Aspirations. Today we're diving into something deep, thought-provoking, and maybe a little controversial, the idea of fraud in cultural civilization.
Before white people came to Africa, Africa was not called Africa. It was called Alkebulan. This is what Africa used to look like. But one day in 1884, during the Berlin Conference, a group of white people decided to sit down and divide Africa amongst themselves. After that, Africa ended up looking like this. They introduced boundaries and renamed our entire continent. For instance, Lake Victoria was never called Lake Victoria. It was called Namlolwe. But a white man who claimed to have discovered it decided to name it after his queen, Victoria.
Civilization is often hailed as humanity's greatest achievement. It gave us cities, art. It also gave us hierarchies, exploitation.
What if I told you Britain stole $45 trillion from India? Not millions, not billions, trillions with a capital T. When Britain first arrived, India made up 23% of the world's GDP, one of the richest nations on earth. But by the time they left in 1947, that number had dropped to just 4%.
Along the way, the very thing that was supposed to unite us started to pull us apart.
Hello. สวัสดีค่ะ
Здравствуйте и добро пожаловать.
Bonjour. 你好
Xin chào. Namaskar.
Jambo.
Instead of celebrating diversity, we see people using cultural differences to justify superiority.
The British rule brought about cultural and societal changes too. English became the language of the elite, Western education was promoted, and a new class of Indians, influenced by British values and lifestyles, emerged.
Entire cultures were labeled as uncivilized simply because they didn't fit into a specific mold.
Did you know that Africa did not learn about democracy from Europe? It practiced various indigenous versions for centuries before colonization. Take some Igbo societies, where decisions were made in assemblies by consensus through the Ohana Eze adult males and mediation through the Umuada women councils.
But who decided what was civilized? Was it the group with the biggest armies?
Top 5 most expensive military weapons in the world. The last one costs more than the GDP of many countries.
Now, don't get me wrong, civilization has given us remarkable things. But here's the philosophical twist. At what cost?
New Zealand's mobilization shows how the British Empire enslaved entire nations as cannon fodder. Colonial populations were forced to fight European elite conflicts that didn't benefit them. The logistics behind the march to war meant systematic exploitation of colonial resources and lives. Britain extracted both wealth and blood from colonies to maintain European power structures. Modern NATO and military alliances follow the same exploitation pattern. Why would New Zealanders die for European conflicts?
Fraud lies in the illusion that civilization is perfect.